welcome back to MuleSoft-TechZone. It's been a while that we haven't posted any video, but I have come up with an interesting topic, that is Omni Gateway. So you might have experienced the new UI, like once you have logged into Anypoint platform, you can see like there is a tab called Try Enhanced Experience, and when you have clicked it, it is taking you to omni.mulesoft.com. I just wanted to highlight one thing before I get started on this, that is like Omni Gateway is not a different platform. Don't think like anypoint.mulesoft.com is one platform and Omni is another platform. It's under Anypoint platform. It's just like they wanted to have kind of a new experience. Look and feel is, you can see like already on my screen, like how the look and feel is. So Omni platform is part of Anypoint platform. But why Omni platform, like Omni gateway is used, is specifically Omni is the new Flex gateway. I just don't wanted to get into deep dive into what Flex gateway and all is, because it's an old topic. But just for simple understanding, like gateway is nothing but like you are applying kind of an extra layer to basically govern your APIs by applying the policies or something. And why we use the term flex is like so if we know like API manager is used to apply policies for the applications that were built on a MuleSoft platform, right? Anypoint platform. But when we say flex, that means we can apply these policies, we can govern the APIs that are built outside of within MuleSoft, and also like outside of the outside of MuleSoft. So like the APIs that are built using Python, or APIs built on AWS, like whatever it is. So that is called flex. So it's a flexibility to apply. So that's the difference, like Flex gateway. And yep, so Omni gateway is for that. And we have seen like MuleSoft agent fabric, how effective it is. Like the world now runs on agents, so we have to be more uh, we need to get very good hands-on on this part. So that's the reason I wanted to share some knowledge that I recently attended one of the workshops and I felt really useful, and I wanted to share that kind of hands-on experience with you guys. So there are typically 5 modules. I am thinking of having everything in one video, but if each module takes more time, I would split that into 5 different videos for this playlist. So I will get started with the first thing. Again, it's purely hands-on. So if you see the enhanced experience here, the new Omni enhanced UI has all the information about the agents, especially why we need to use why MuleSoft has come up with this Omni idea is basically, like you are using agents, right? There are external providers who provides agents, and what we do is like we subscribe to those agents, and we don't have a control on how to use that agents. And how MuleSoft helps is like it is able to control the way that you are using these agents. When I use the term control, that means like we are applying policies, and we have different kinds of policies that we are going to discuss further. But the main agenda is like how you control the agent, how you call the agents, right? So that you can say, for example, the number of tokens that you use. And not everyone can basically put the prompt and call the agent, right? That's the reason we are going to do that. So the first in the first module, what we are going to do is we are going to see agent scanners. Okay, scanners is the topic. So what are agent scanners? So agent scanners are nothing but they are like part of MuleSoft's agent fabric, which automatically find and catalog the AI agents from external providers directly into your MuleSoft agent registry. Okay, so that like you don't have to have that manual data entry on all the stuff. Okay, so if I go to the agents on the left side, if you see if you click on add agent and click on like connect to a provider, uh, choose a provider to scan to import this service. Okay, so I am in the wrong workspace, sorry. Just whenever I am in the, give me back. So if I'm here, let me delete this so that like it will be easy for you to start from scratch. So if you see here on my providers on my left side, there is something called platforms, and within providers you can see that there are like these external providers that are currently available. Again, in future MuleSoft will be coming up with more external providers, but this is the one that you can these are the ones that you can readily, which are readily available, and you can use them, right? So that's the reason, like in this particular video we will be connecting with Amazon Bedrock agent and watch the scanner automatically how it discovers and registers the agents from the AWS. So why do we need to centralize all these agents into like one registry? Again, just relate this registry term like exchange. Okay, like exchange is the platform where you can find all the information about your assets, APIs. The same way agent registry is nothing but, whenever I use the term registry, it is the unified place where you can find all the information related to the agents. So when agents are scattered across platforms, right, it is like very impossible to enforce a consistent security standard. That's the reason, like, with agents cataloged in agent registry, we can apply a single set of, policies, like for example PII detection, or if you want to control the access level control, so through Omni gateway you can do that. And yep, so what we are going to do is how basically the agent scanner works is like, basically each scanner runs on a configurable schedule and syncs the changes automatically, and new agents are added. So once you have added your scanner, right, you don't have to keep checking for the new agents or whatever is added. So once this scanner is added, so we have some configurable schedule that we can configure, and it will automatically sync, and whatever new agents are added or updated, it will be refreshed. Okay, so that's the concept of agent scanner. So what do we get, like what gets imported is like when the scanner discovers an agent, right, it imports the agent name with the description and the A2A agent card, which is nothing but the metadata that tells other agents like how to call this one. It's more of like, consider like, again, don't relate these terms literally, but when I say A2A agent card, it's something kind of API spec like RAML. For example, when we design a RAML, when I design a API spec using RAML, you will know like how to call that particular API, like what is the request and what is the response, right? Similarly, A2A agent is nothing but the metadata that tells other agents how to call this one, and the source platform, like which platform it is, and the alias version. Okay, without wasting time, let's get into this. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to the providers here. Now I'm already in the providers. It is already connected, but I can show you, like click on Amazon here, expand the platforms. Okay, you can see like there is like API, Amazon API gateway, Bedrock, all this stuff, right, MCP server. So we have different platforms. So what I'm going to do is like, click on add scanner, and I am going to choose Amazon Bedrock. This is the third option. Okay, this is the platform that I'm going to use, and that is what I needed. So what I'm going to do is like, to connect to this Amazon Bedrock agent, I need access key and secret key. So I have those details already. Let me put it. So I have already pasted access key and secret key, and I am selecting the region. And the good thing is like, you don't have to continue. You can just like how MuleSoft is well known for testing the connection even before deploying. You can see my test connection is successful. So what I'm doing, I'm connecting to the provider. The first step here is like adding an agent from like external agent. Okay, so continue, click on continue. You can give it a name. So what I will be giving the name is, let me copy this. Sorry, I have like information on the two screens, so I can put like Amazon Bedrock connection, and you can leave the description if you want. You can keep it. So I'll say like scanner for AW, like Amazon Bedrock agents. And you can see this is the frequency. So this is what I was talking, like if you keep like every 24 hours at around 2 a.m, if you want to refresh and see all the agents, if any new agents are added within that Amazon Bedrock or something is updated, it will refresh, so that you don't want to do anything. So just click on connect. Okay, so it says like your connection is live. scanner was created for Amazon, and this is the Amazon Bedrock connection. You can click on done, or you can just click on the Amazon connection and see the provider. You can see all the information, Amazon Bedrock, and you can see overview. There are 0 services and 0 instances for now, and services, settings, all this stuff. Okay, you can credentials on the fly, everything like this. Okay, what is the next step that you need to do? Again, go back to providers. If you don't know, click on the Amazon Bedrock connection and run the discovery scan. What it is doing here is the scanner will query the Amazon Bedrock and discovers any agent in the US East 1 region that we have done. Okay, so once that is completed, we will be seeing like discovered agents. For now, it says like scan started. Okay, so you can run it again if you want. You can see it popped up with one service available, and it is saying that it is importing this one added one. Okay, and you can see the service that was added is agent quick start agent. This is the agent that was added. So if at all you are not able to, so when I ran the scan, it was not actually showing once. So you can always like click on run discovery, so that like it will show you like how many services were added. And here you can see in the scan history about the status. Hey, you have started your scan and it is success. Again, going back to the services, so if you go to the services that you have added, here is like you can see all the resource names created, all the information about the, the Bedrock agent URL, instructions, all this stuff over here. So this is how we have tried to add the Amazon Bedrock agent. All right, so again, going back to the providers, so here you can see the scanner name, service, last scan, and scan trail. All right, now what we need to do here, so what we have, just to summarize, like what we have done so far is like the core concepts, like how agent scanners automatically discover, right, and catalog the AI agents from the external platform. So this is what we have done. We went to the platform, clicked on providers, add the, so currently these are the external providers that are currently supported. In future they will keep adding like as needed. And what we have done is we have added the Amazon Bedrock scanner. So we have connected AWS using our access key and secret key, and then we have ran a discovery scan, and we saw like agents appear in the registry automatically. When I say like a registry, so this is the place. Okay, and understood like how centralization enables governance, A2A collaboration, and real-time discoverable. All right, so what is the purpose of scanners here, right? So what basically we have done here is like we have tried to eliminate the manual agent cataloging. Like we didn't like put every detail. It's just like we clicked on scan and it showed up everything, instead of like tracking down what AI agents exist across AWS or like Salesforce or Google, right? The registry is found for everything else. Okay, and yeah, it keeps working after you leave the, like for example, you registered once, and the scanner you created will run at a, we have seen like we have run for like specific frequency. You can set your frequency and it will keep updating now and then. So this is about the first module that I wanted to explain, how to add a agent scanner. In our next hands-on part, what I'm going to discuss is basically how we can add a Salesforce MCP servers. So I hope you like this video. So try it out, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. See you.